All I'm gonna say is look at Halo for the example. Let's talk about it, kids. So, is Xbox being held back? What? Let me rephrase this. Is the Xbox Series X being held back by dragging the Xbox family ecosystem with it? And I feel like the answer is yes. We've seen today, or whenever you watch this video, or whenever I upload the video, we've seen through the Xbox showcase of games that the Xbox is being held back. We have Halo Infinity, or Infinite, as the prime example of games being held, of the system being held back by its games and by the Xbox family of ecosystem. For Halo itself, it looked a bit washed at times. It had pop-in textures and fog textures and just density being shown off, and I was surprised. I mean, you could say, oh, it's just a demo. It's just a demo. Well, you know what, dudes? They showed that demo off. And I don't know if it's just a demo, because if it's launching with the Series X is about out in 3 months, and a game's not going to come out in 3 months unless they're in their final phase, which is polishing and getting it ready for gold, which means finished. And bugs out. A lot of the time, the last couple of months of a game's release is just bug fixing and polishing up. So I don't know how much more polishing they're going to do, but literally, come on, guys. Let's be real about this. And the fact that they keep saying that the Xbox Series X is the world's most powerful console, but there's no exclusive, I'm talking exclusive game for it. No exclusive game for it is troubling, and it's disappointing. Where on the other contrary, you have PS5 saying all the PS5 games are going to be exclusive to PS5, and they're going to take advantage of all the technology of PS5. And this brings into the trouble of how can Series X be taken fully advantage of if the games that are going to run on it have to also run on the older ecosystem of Xbox consoles. Think about that. The older systems don't have an SSD. The newest one does. So how is the games going to take advantage of the SSD if they can't? Because they're being hogged down by the older systems. Now, maybe that's not how the data loading works. Maybe it's going to be instant on the Series X because they have an SSD, and on the older consoles, it's going to be dragged out and slower. But then you have multiplayer. So you're playing Halo Infinite on your Series X, and you're going to be the only one in the lobby waiting, because you're going to have Xbox One players and the Xbox One X players. The One X will probably load it a lot quicker, but the Xbox One base level, or the Xbox One S, or the SAD digital, whatever you guys call that thing, they're going to be loading up the game and loading it way slower than you. So do you really get an advantage now? I don't think so. You don't. So how the hell can you guys say the most powerful console if you're not even going to take advantage of it? And it brings me back to how the Xbox One X was. When Xbox One X came out, they're like, yeah, the Xbox One games are going to work on One X, and One X games have to be ready for the Xbox One. And we didn't really see Xbox One X taken advantage of fully. So it leads us to say, is the Series S going to be taken advantage of fully? And I don't think it can be, because Halo Infinite is a prime example. That game is the flagship of the next generation. It was supposed to be the mascot of Xbox Series X. And it looks like, I'm not the only one with the opinion of this. Go on Reddit and look. A lot of Xbox fans are disappointed, and they're saying they got to take this L because it looks like a current game, and they're roasting it, saying Uncharted 4 looks better, and it's not just me saying this. So what is Microsoft gonna do? Because literally, it seems like the option to go with is PS5 if you want a true next-gen experience, because you're guaranteed from the mouth of Sony that it's going to be SSD, PS5 exclusive. They're going to push it to the maximum potential, and you're going to have games that are going to push the boundaries. And we got Spider-Man already shown, Horizon Zero Dawn 2 shown, and much more coming, and Godfall, and In Xbox, you have Halo Infinite that looks like 2010, or I mean, let's give it some points, 2012. I don't know, dudes. I'm kind of disappointed. It looks good gameplay wise, but graphically, it's not that next gen feel. And I'm not the only one saying this. I have to stress that in the video because you guys are gonna be like, the Xbox Family X 4K coming and you have to watch it in the right resolution. Like, no, dudes, listen. Listen here, little morons. This is it, and that's what it is. If you don't like what Microsoft's cooking, get the fuck out the kitchen, dude. So this is it, man. I don't know, bro. I'm lost without words. And I'm a Game Pass user, and I love Game Pass. We'll talk about that in the other video, but I'm just calling it how it is. I'm calling it like I see it. No bias involved, bro. We want next gen. This don't feel next gen. This don't feel next gen. Man, what is this, dudes? We've been sold a dream. Sold that the Xbox Series X is the most powerful console in the world, but guess what? We're not going to take advantage of it. Like, what the fuck, dudes? I don't know, man. PS5 all day, bros. PS5 all day! and I'll just play on my Xbox One X, bro. I mean, why not, right? They're discontinuing it. I don't even know why they're discontinuing it. It's either because of the Lockhart console, which we didn't see anything about during the showcase, or because they just want it to be Xbox Series X and Xbox One base models, which is terrible. That's even worse. I would phase out the Xbox One model and just leave it to One X and then Series X. Or just phase them both out and just say, listen, fuckers, you get Series X and that's it, because we're going to focus exclusively on it. But they don't want to do that because they are actually not pushing graphics like they keep saying they're trying to push. They're not. If they're pushing resolution because the game upscales, whoa, whip-de-doo! You know what I'm saying? It's just facts. They're pushing resolution and Game Pass. That's what they got. That's what they're bringing into next gen. They're definitely not bringing in graphics. But they did say, but Ubisoft did say Far Cry 6 is going to be 4K 60. So I mean, I guess it's up to the developers and what they do. But you can't deny that it's not being held back, because it is. It's 100% being held back, and Halo definitely showed off that it was. Let me know what you guys' thoughts in the comments below. I do read and respond to almost every comment. I just ignore the trolls. I'm just going to say that right now. I ignore the trolls. So make sure you stay up to date with everything in NGI, all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, and as always, subscribe. God bless and peace.